Hi Libra, welcome to your November reading. I hope your birthdays were amazing. It was, this year, October, was a really intense month. Collectively, the human race, every being living had an October that was, I think generally speaking, the energies were extremely high and intense. So, having your birthday during a time like that can be quite illuminating and quite intense. So I'm wondering how you lovely Librans were doing in October with all of that shifting around. Now, if you notice, I'm wearing this beautiful crown, and Pink LUNE has been doing some amazing stuff. And she is on fire. She is completely on fire, Tiffany at Pink LUNE. And she has so many amazing things, and she works so hard for all these handmade things that she makes. Everything is unique. No two items are the same. She is going to have her shop on a little vacation till mid-November, but when she's back up and running full speed, you still get that 20% discount, and I am going to leave the promo code for that below. So check that out. And also, thank you guys so much for commenting about extra videos and what you'd like to see. I'm definitely really taking all of that into consideration in creating more content for everybody, more helpful things that can be utilized throughout the month, not just once every month. I'm really trying to think about ways to improve content there. So I will keep you guys posted as I come up with this stuff and as I'm able to get it produced and put up. And okay, let's get into this reading. Now, this month, normally I have my notes that I've been writing down and I've been thinking and everybody's been on my mind. Well, this month I'm doing an intuitive reading for the November readings because we're at the tail end of October here as I'm doing these. The energies were so high and so intense that what I'm really feeling we need in November is some of this quieter, calmer, reflective energy. So I'm doing a completely intuitive reading here. Obviously my notes are intuitive, but sometimes I like to just get into what the cards are pulling out for me. So I'm shuffling right now. A couple things to keep in mind this month, astrologically speaking. You Librans actually have a really interesting energy because your ruling planet Venus is kind of doing an interesting dance with a whole bunch of different planets. And notably, Venus is opposing Uranus on November 4th. Apparently, it's happening about 20 minutes before the full moon in Taurus that night, that day. And Uranus is the destabilizer, right? It's the one, he wants to shake things up, and Venus wants to create love. And so it creates this really dynamic, intense energy, this opposition right before we have this big illuminating full moon in the other sign that's connected to Venus, which is Taurus. So November 4th is going to be kind of a big and very intense day, so I would not be surprised if you're really feeling the import of the full moon on November 4th. Also, we have a new moon in Scorpio, and that is on the 18th. So, Scorpio is a pretty deep energy, so when we're doing that seed planting that new moons ask us to do, this one's going to be asking us to go very deep. And for you, Scorpio energy, we're going to be in your second house, and then we're kind of moving into your third house at the end of the month. These are really good times to think about what you love and value and how you're communicating that, how you're relating to your external world and in your immediate surroundings. And so a lot of this month is going to just be about how you can address that and connect in with that in a healthy way that makes you feel good and makes you feel balanced and makes you feel present. Man, the cards were moving and now they don't want to move anymore, so I'm trying to be patient with them. But this month it's asking us to go, there's a lot of external energy, but I think even with all the external energy, the real lesson I'm already getting, and this is just intuition picking up, is that the real show is under the surface. It's the things that aren't said. It's the things that aren't out and out expressed right to your face that are going to be the important things. So it's a good month to just watch and listen and pay attention. It's a very good month to kind of just pay attention to the details. I know last month I was saying that everybody needs to just hold their horses, don't be overreactive to anything because it's going to be a volatile month, and believe me, October kicked my butt. I don't know about you guys, but it kicked my butt. And this month it's going to just be looking at the details, not so much not acting on things, because I think there's going to be a lot of high action. I think people are going to be doing and saying things. There's a lot that's going to be not said. There's a lot that's going to be mysterious, or that you're going to have to notice, notice those details. If you have to be able to look at the picture and, oh my gosh, you guys, what came out first in your reading? 4 of Cups and 5 of Pentacles. So this is right when I was saying this. What was I was just about to say, be sure you're looking at the picture with the eyes of clarity and hope and truth, and not through the jaded wariness of past experience, right? And here these 2 cards came out right out of the gate. So when I see this at the very beginning of the month, that full moon energy just highlighting romance and really personally connected to you Librans, you're going to be feeling the high impact energy of that very strongly. And it's funny because even when something really good could be happening, maybe it's understated, maybe it's slow, maybe it's coming in a different package than you expected. If you're expecting a proposal or for somebody to say, oh, I love you so much, but instead they take you to meet one of their closest friends, you might be kind of like, it's nice that you want me to meet your friend, but come on. But in meeting that friend, what your partner is really saying is, look, I care about you a lot. I care about you so much. I'm valuing you. I'm connecting you with other people that I value, right? Those kinds of things. That's what I'm saying about paying attention to what is actually going on around you. Because when you get the 4 of Cups, it's always kind of the initial desire to be like, well, I want all this stuff over here. What is this? But if you're not looking carefully, you'll miss that this is the thing you're after. And it's right there and it's hanging out with you. And then this 5 of Pentacles is the mentality of feeling that there's scarcity, that you don't have enough, that you aren't enough, that the situation won't be able to give you what you need. Worries about lack. It's fears of lack. These are both very mental cards, and they're just saying, these are very useful little like hints for you. This is like really the very beginning of the month here, like I said, with the full moon, to just, when you want to get into this headspace, just take a second, pull back a little bit, and don't give this mentality any momentum. And if you listen to Abraham Hicks, I'm a huge fan, they talk about that, giving momentum to this kind of mentality. We don't want to do that, right? Because here's the thing, you guys, right next door to that kind of over analytical worry that things maybe they look okay on the surface, but they're really not. There's something wrong. That over analytical mindset that we can all get into. You have the Star and the Fool. And these two they don't waste any of time with this over here. They waste no time at all. This isn't the Star or the Fool's game whatsoever. The Star, this is about passionate romance, connecting to soulmate, connecting to what you really want in life, connecting to, the Star is this extraterrestrial energy, right? This is when we have expanded way past our earthly limitations into what we really want, what we really want to manifest, what we really want to heal, what we really want to expand and move forward on. This is the Star energy. And it does not think in terms of what's not going to happen, does not think in terms of lack at all. The Star is about expansion. And the Star is about something very lucky and propitious coming into your life and influencing everything, shifting everything. That Uranus opposition to Venus can bring things in very surprising packages and be the thing that you actually really want. There's an element here for me, what I'm picking up for you guys, a real element of surprise, true surprise. And they're needing to be the right, needing to just have this Fool energy of bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, wide open heart, willing to just see the good for what it is, and just not letting past experience influence the way you're visualizing whatever this really, really, really wonderful thing that wants to come into your life is doing, because it's not traditional. It's not standard. Whatever this is that's coming in, it is not standard. And that's why I think it's triggering some of this right here, because it's kind of confusing. When you have something that you really want coming into your life, two things can happen. One, it can be something that you didn't realize you wanted until it's there, and then it's like, oh, I have to get right with that. Or two, you go back to thinking you don't deserve it, and that you have to complicate it, and that you have to look for reasons why you can't have it, or why it won't work, or why it doesn't feel right, and then you're missing it, right? So it's really interesting. I think whatever this is big enough. It's big enough, it's important enough that it's triggering some of these really intense energies with you guys. And that is fascinating and really exciting. And honestly, you guys, the cards that are coming out for Librans this month they're just so positive. They're just so positive. I'm not kidding. So, even though, yes, we did start off with this slower, internalized, kind of harder energy, immediately we get into the Star and the Fool, some big thing is coming here. This is some big breakthrough, you guys. That's what I will say. This is a huge breakthrough. This is like one of those things where it's one of those turning points. And it could be very small. It could seemingly be very small, but it's actually huge, because this is where these are huge energies. These are major arcana energies. These are energies that say, hey, we're taking you on this path because this is where you need to go. And that can look like so many things. It could look as small as just changing your work schedule, or having a truthful conversation with a lover, with a partner, about some small thing that you've needed to address for a while, and it just improving everything. It's that kind of stuff. It's very real, but it makes your whole life work in a smoother, cooperative way, right? And then we get right into the abundance, you guys, because the next two cards, are you kidding me? The Empress and the Ten of Pentacles. So, Ten of Pentacles, this is that big ticket item. Like the Star, the Ten of Pentacles is how you want things to play out on the long haul, right? How do you want things to manifest? What do you want your house to look like? What do you want your business to look like? What do you want your partnerships to look like? Do you want to have a family? If you have a family, what do you want to do with that family? Where do you want to live with that family? If you're dreaming of a certain lifestyle or house or city, what do you want that to look like? Because whatever this huge thing is here, and it's huge, but it's tiny, it's leading you directly to this Ten of Pentacles. It's so intense, you guys. And next to the Empress, we've been talking about Venus a lot this month, and Venus is very important in November. She's doing a lot for everybody. She's kind of taking a little tour. Like Pluto was in October, Venus is taking a bit of a tour and opening up and highlighting some of these areas where we need love and we need romance and we need care. And we are in your second house, which is about what you love and value and how you want those things to manifest and surround you. What's beautiful to you? What do you enjoy? And there's something going on here with an extreme amount of abundance and fertility and creativity going on here. So I think this month is going to be very deeply creative for you. Exciting. This is one of those months where you can get really clear visions and understandings and excitement and butterflies about what you're creating in life, and kind of just really connecting with the true intent of what you're trying to do. There's something really powerful going on here, you guys. Like, those two cards that I just showed you are so about the actual material manifestation of something beautiful in your life. It's not just about being up in your head. It's about it actually coming down and being a part of your life. And the thing is that it has everything to do with you taking a balanced approach. So the King of Swords came up. And the King of Swords is a Libran, very Libran associated card, right? Because the King of Swords is so great using that analytical mind to figure out a way to live with balance and fairness and justice, right? That rational mind. Now, the rational mind can be your enemy, right? Because it can get you thinking into what we were talking about at the beginning over here. The rational mind can sometimes block you from this kind of experience. But the rational mind can also help you to make very steady progress. And I think that's the other side of this month. I think it's so great that you are just getting like this infusion of these little magical moments that are leading you. It's like a breadcrumb trail that's leading you right to where you need to go. And then there's this other side of just practical changes you can make in your life so that you're not feeling drugged down by circumstance or schedule or people in your life or situations that are not serving you. This King of Swords is just reminding you too that the other side of the equation is practicality. Excuse me. October is kicking my butt, you guys. It's this month. Anyway, King of Swords. Remember to, utilize the rational mind for what it's good at, which is making a good schedule, making some command decisions, and then let it rest, right? Because here's the thing. You are being asked to not to use your rational mind most of this month. In fact, trust in your social group and the things and energies surrounding you, and to trust in kind of the way things are pulling you forward. And the last two cards speak to that because it's the Ace of Cups and the Three of Cups. I mean, this is emotional abundance in your social world, in your emotional world. The Ace of Cups, you guys, this month, I have to say, the cards have been extremely romantic. Extremely romantic. We have the Star, the Fool, the Ten of Pentacles, the Empress, the Ace of Cups. Those are all extremely romantic energies. So what I'm getting here is a lot about your relationships. A lot about your relationships, how they're functioning, how they're coming into your life. What relationships are flowing? What relationships get you into this zone? Because the Three of Cups is about friendship. It's about your social group. It's about who you can be around, who when you're around those people, it's just easy and fun. You feel lighthearted. You feel like yourself. You can get out of your head. You don't have to worry about how you're coming across or if you're doing things well or nicely. You can just be. You can just revel. The Ace of Cups is like this fresh, new, recharged beginning, right? Feeling that your cup is overflowing, that you're right where you want to be, that emotionally you get what you want. So for those of you who are really single and who are tired of being single, this is a month, I will tell you right now, that is going to be very, very harsh as far as the truth is about what you really want. If you've been letting yourself get involved with people who don't really respect your space or your time, but you keep going because the puzzle is so interesting and you just want to get to the bottom of it. This month is just going to be a very big awakening to the fact that when you're around people who actually support and flow with you, it feels completely different and it feels right. For those of you in relationships, this is going to be about tweaking things and so that you can flow together better and so that you can have better understanding and that you can serve each other better in making a cooperative, creative process together, right? And for those of you who are really looking for love and who are ready for that, like, this is the kind of thing this month is going to be like. We're going to give you opportunities. We're going to give you chances to shift, but they aren't going to look like what you expect them to look like. And they are going to be small, but they are going to be huge at the same time. You get what I mean? Get what I mean? They're going to be huge. They're going to be the kinds of little things that when you look back, they are going to make so much sense, and you're going to realize how much they shifted your path forward. Which honestly, that's like the most beautiful part of this world, is all those little things that lead us it's never the big moments. It's always the little moments. It's always the little things that are done. And it's always the lens via which we look at the world. And this month is asking you to stick with your heart. Stick with your heart as the guiding, as the compass, not your rationality. I know that sounds crazy, and I know I'm saying that on top of the fact that this is truth. You're going to be getting very truthful with what you need, but it's your heart's truth. Your heart's truth of what you need. Not what pros and cons lists make sense, but what your heart is calling for. Because I have the sense that a lot of you have been shoving down what your heart has been screaming out for. And it could be practical things. It often is practical things that our heart is screaming out for. Maybe just a half-hour walk every day, or more time with our partner on the weekends, or cutting out a commitment, a committee, or a board, or helping somebody else out, helping a friend out when you don't have the extra time or the resources. There's a lot of these things. I just feel that you guys have been suppressing your heart's desires. You've been suppressing your desire to make change and to shift and to do the things that you know you really want to do, because you want to make everybody else happy and you want to make sure you're serving other people around you. And this month it's like, you're going to serve everybody so much better if you're serving yourself. And I feel like we have this conversation a lot, but it's a struggle for Librans. And it's one of the big things that you guys are asked to balance out in this lifetime, is the service to self. Service to self. This is going to be a big month, you guys. Big romances in the air. Just be ready to enjoy it. And that's a weird homework assignment, right? But you need to enjoy this process because it's asking you to come. It's an invitation to go on a wild journey somewhere new. And it's going to look odd and it's going to feel odd and you're not going to be sure if this is really what you want. But that surprise is exactly what you've wanted this whole time, I think. So take that in. Take that in. Enjoy your social group. Enjoy your friendships. Enjoy the people who are there in your corner. Amplify that. Watch out for the details. Watch and pay attention to those details. They are taking you somewhere. I can't express that enough. All right, Librans, I love you guys so much. I'm going to leave my website, my email, and my Instagram in the description box. Please get in touch with me. I do video readings. I do Skype readings, phone readings, and I would love to work with you guys. It's always a fantastic time working with Librans. You guys are amazing. And I'll also leave Pink Lune's info so that you can get in touch with her for her jewelry, which is just amazing. As you can see, I am in love with her stuff. And I am just sending you guys all the best for this November adventure. It's actually going to be a really, really fun ride. That's the thing. This reading in some ways was so simple. It's just the most exciting, wonderful, beneficial news for you guys. Really exciting times. Warm hearths aglow. That's kind of the thing I'm getting here with this. So I love you guys. I will talk to you in December. Have a beautiful November. Soak in the Scorpio and Sagittarius energy because it's a beautifully, extremely magical time of year. Sending you all my love. Mwah.